Hey guys, Jason Lino here. Today's video is going to be all about deadlift training. Recently, if you've been following along, I did mention I wanted to increase my deadlift by 70 pounds, so from 430 to 500. I know, it's kind of an ambitious goal. However, I do feel that I have the key ingredient to doing this, and that is the EdCone 10-week deadlift program. This is something I've utilized in the past if you guys have been following along, and you'll know that I have been able to achieve my goals multiple times. In fact, before all this YouTube stuff started happening, I utilized this as one of the first strength programs I've ever done. And it took me from a measly 345 deadlift to a 405 deadlift, which is pretty astronomical for a newbie. And I did it within 12 weeks. Now, the fact that I've been able to do that once and then later again use it to get up to my 455 conventional, I feel now that I've dialed in my form with sumo, I can now utilize this routine to get to that 500 pound goal. Eventually, it's not going to be quick. This is going to be going on for like 9 months. However, I do strongly feel that I can achieve this because, well, I'm not the only success story. If you look out there, there has been plenty of people who have utilized this program and it's worked for. With that being said, you shouldn't take it lightly because with a lot of people's success, there's been a lot of failure as well. A lot of people actually don't really make it through the program sometimes because there is a lot of volume when it comes to the accessory work. And the accessory work is mostly focused on your posterior chain, so your glutes, your hamstring, and your lower back. And that's not something everybody can always handle, especially if you stick to the cookie cutter program, because you will be doing a lot of good mornings, a lot of stiff leg deadlifts, a lot of rows, and that is a lot of stress on your lower back. The way to get around this, though, if you do decide to jump on the program with me, which I recommend you do, is to not use your accessory work as a main movement, because that is always the eliminating factor when it comes to people's training. Is they think they have to just do heavy weights for every single exercise, and you don't, because you should really only do that with your main movement. And that's just not in strength training, that's just across the board. Why would you decide to beat the crap out of yourself and go backwards when you could just slowly, progressively work your way up? That is the point of training. That is why it is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And when it comes to the training, you should really only utilize the accessory as accessory. It should just be challenging enough to the point where it's not super easy. Now, with that being said, the key thing when it comes to this accessory work, in my opinion, is to find that exercise that you're not good at and don't beat yourself up about it. So for example, me, when it comes to the good mornings, I don't really do a lot of good mornings. Like, I have done them, but I don't do a lot. And in this template, I have to do good mornings. So why would I go and say, let's just give her hell and go for the gusto when I suck at them? I would rather dial back the weight, build good form, and utilize it that way, because then that way I'm taking that good form practice and putting it into my deadlift. So when you find that exercise that you suck at it, don't try to just build the strength at it, try to actually get good at it. And that is how you will successfully survive this program. I am telling you, I've done it several times and it works. And that's all you guys really, really need to do. So hopefully you guys want to follow along for this long journey. It's not going to be every single week a deadlift video, but I will chime in from here and there. Currently, I'm halfway through the program, and I figured it was about time I actually talked about it, and so far it's going pretty well, especially if you've noticed I'm pulling 410, 42, which is pretty sweet because a couple months ago wasn't even the case. But guys, that's enough rambling. I'm gonna call it a night. So do me the favor, go down below, drop me some comments because I'd love to hear what you have to say. I would love to hear if you guys are gonna do this program, and if you are, please share because I'd love to see it as well. And I'll see you guys next time.